All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And could we see a ball backcourt next year? Could the Pistons, acquire Lonzo Ball and draft LaMelo Ball? Now we're a few days out from the NBA draft lottery. I think it's August 20th, so that would make it Wednesday. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video, and check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Could we see a situation or a scenario where they take LaMelo Ball and also they take Lonzo Ball, and also I talk about Joe Dumar, so I think people will want to hear this. If they haven't heard the story, it's been real low key, especially with the playing game yesterday. Shout out to Portland. Shout out to Ja. He was doing all that with a broken thumb. Love Ja Morant, one of my favorite players. Damian Lillard is my favorite player right now. But what are the prospects about us seeing trading for Lonzo and drafting LaMelo, and could it work? I mean, I think it'd just be too much media-wise. I think you would really, you'll lift the voice of LeVar Ball. That's my issue. That's my number one issue. LeVar Ball will be trying to get them to sign LiAngelo. I told you all the Ball brothers would be on the same team. He'll get to talking. And then at that point, I think LaMelo can play through his pressure of his father. Lonzo can't. Lonzo is passive. He seemed not to have the heat, the fire. Now, if they chose to try to get Lonzo to be their point guard in the future and say, well, next year, let's see if it work out, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, obviously, Derrick Rose can really help him through, some of the turbulence he's been going through being young and having pressure playing in his hometown of Chicago. He can help him from that aspect. He helped Luke Kennard. If he stayed healthy, he had Luke Kennard being aggressive when Reggie Jackson kind of had him being more passive. But like I said, so I can envision a situation where Lonzo is there, but it's just like you got so many really young good point guards there that you can grow with a young team. But, and also you got guys like Spencer Dinwiddie, which he said he didn't want to be here, out there that you could try to, acquire Ben Simmons or somebody like that. But at this point, you're looking at the draft and you like, do we draft one? Do we take Lonzo? But we're not going to draft a pick. We're not going to trade a pick to take on Lonzo Ball. That's what I would say. And if you did draft Lonzo, then you're looking at Obi Toppins, Edwards now, and you're looking at guys of that nature. Wiseman, and guys that can get up the court and fly with him. Because what you're going to need to do with Lonzo, you're going to get in transition a lot, and that's when he really thrives. You know what I'm saying? When the pace is high and he's able to get up and down the court. Remember Jason Kidd was doing those things with Kerry Kittles and Kenyon Martin and those guys in New Jersey. He was getting up the floor and facilitating. That's kind of how you're going to have Lonzo. And he has to master the ability to play in half court and shoot the ball well. It's just not three and layup. He got to understand that you can get a mid-range jumper, you can develop a floater, you can do those type of things. But I don't think it's a wise decision to take Lonzo, trade for Lonzo, and trade the pick we have, unless you get Brandon Ingram back, as well. But I don't think it's wise to put him and his brother together. It'll be cool. You'll get a lot of national televised games, but the father's just going to be too much. The pressure of getting the other Ball brother there. And, I told you all the three Ball brothers was going to be on the same team. I just don't think it's a good idea. Can they get well together? I think so. They could play well together, But then again, LaMelo is slated to be a point guard, Maybe he can be a 2. I mean, he got the size to be a 3. He's still growing, but that's just nothing that I would pretty much entertain. I think that's just too much for a lot of young guys. I think it's too much for Dwayne Casey. I think it's too much for a new GM in Troy Weaver. I think S. Stefanowski can manage and handle it. I just think it's too many Ball brothers. 2. Playing in your backcourt, they both can, Lonzo can defend, and it'd be great PR for the Pistons. The Pistons talking about selling tickets if they'd be able to have fans next year, which they talking about doing 3 bubbles next year. If they're able to have fans, then, it's going to sell tickets. People going to come down there and see. You got D-Rose, if you retain Blake, and you got the Ball brothers. I mean, shit, Little Caesars Arena might be rocking every night, especially if they find a way to win. And LeVar going to be front row talking that shit, and he might be in the wrong city talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Somebody went upside his Southern California head. But seeing them two dudes on the same court is good for PR. But basketball, you trying to win. You also got to sell tickets. But if you win, you sell tickets. But if you want to see the Pistons on TNT every night, you want to see the Pistons on ESPN and these national televised syndicated games, every Piston game gonna be like when they was winning championships or they was competing for championships with the going to work Pistons. I mean, FS1 TV deal, their TV deal gonna look a lot better now. You ain't gonna be seeing the Pistons on FS and the Wings on FS1. The Pistons gonna be on FS1 every night. Now I remember at one point in time they had to deal with UPN, and it was on regular network TV, and I love that. You know, they were sorry with Grant Hill a little bit, but I used to watch every Piston game, man. I miss the old logo, the teal jerseys and the burgundy jerseys. It'd be sweet if they came out with a black jersey like that, man. But yeah, that man, they'd be raking in the money. Ball jerseys be off the chain. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it'd be interesting, but I'm just not for it. You just can't sell your soul for commercial usage only. You feel what I'm saying? So I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't see a scenario where it works, you know, and Diambo continue to get better and Wood continue to get better. But maybe it would work. They used to playing with each other. LaMelo could spell him at the 1. Lonzo could play some 2. Derrick Rose can help him, but I'm good on that. If I trade for Lonzo, then I'm looking at Obi. I'm looking at Edwards. I'm looking at Wiseman or other center from USC. I'm looking at other guys. You know what I'm saying? And the Pistons in a good position for Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? You got the shooters. You know, Wood, Diambo, Kennard. You got those shooters. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be interesting, you know, if they did trade for Lonzo. But to put him and LaMelo together, that'd be insane. They instantly put all the Piston TVs on games on national televised TV. I'm telling you, it'd be crazy, bro. It would be crazy, but you know, I would go down to Little Caesars Arena more and more often than not. And it's a nice little arena. Could they had basically build more technical things in there? Hell yeah. You look at the Dallas Cowboy Arena, and man, they got man. It's tricked out, you know. But Little Caesars really nice. I like the seating. Piston tickets not too much, but as soon as they started winning and they was making a playoff run a couple years ago, they shot them tickets right back up, and I didn't think that shit was fair at all, man. But yeah, I seen Kawhi play there, and I've been there a couple times, so. Yeah, shout out to Little Caesars Arena. It's amazing lighting. I never went to the upper bowl, and I heard the upper bowl it kind of shake a little bit. It's real steep. I stay on the lower bowl. I'm not dealing with those heights. I'm not scared of heights, but I want to enjoy the game. So let's continue on. Joe Dumars is now basically found his way as the interim general manager, vice president of basketball operations, whatever you want to call him, in Sacramento. All right, what happened was Vlade Divac made some mistakes. And basically they wanted him to work with Joe Dumars on personnel decisions for the Sacramento Kings. Vlade said, hell no. Him and Peja Stojakovic resigned. So no, Joe Dumars, who was an advisor to Sacramento Kings owner, they no longer the Maloof brothers. It's this Indian dude. And so now he put Joe Dumars in a position right now temporarily to be their GM. And yeah, Vlade Divac made some mistakes. He didn't draft Luka Doncic over a personal gripe with his father. Took Marvin Bagley, and Bagley, when healthy, is okay, but he ain't no Luka. And Marvin Bagley is really healthy. Traded Buddy Hield for Buddy Hield, gave Buddy Hield a big contract. He ain't playing. And basically, they had a situation where, you know, he made a mistake and paid Buddy Hield. You know, he traded Cousins for him, and I would have just let Buddy Hield walk. They have Bojanovic they got to pay, and then De'Aaron Fox is eligible for extension next year. And Vlade didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Now, is Joe Dumars an upgrade? Yeah, this is a dude who put a championship together, you know, for the Pistons. But he ain't no really good drafter. You know, he probably would have took Marvin Bagley too. Matter of fact, he would have took some dude from Kyrgyzstan, Kaza, or Croatia that was projected to go in the second round. So, you know, Joe Dumars in the position once again where, you know, now he can be back in the game and try to, you know, recreate his magic. He has beef with Tom Gores. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I think because Tom Gores basically forced him out and fired him. And, you know, I think he made him fire some coaches. And long story short, he fired him for Stan Van Gundy and Jeff Bowers. That didn't work out as well neither. So, you know, Joe Dumars don't never show up to the Pistons stuff, the 50th anniversary, the 20th anniversary, whatever it is. He doesn't show up. So, heard they're supposed to be giving Isaiah a statue. So hopefully that is true. He deserved to be put on a pedestal somewhere. And if your hometown basketball team don't put you on a pedestal, nobody would. And also you got to remember, Isaiah Thomas, he didn't have no motherfucking no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All right, he didn't have another top greatest 50 player on his team. You know, Magic, Jordan, and Bird all did. So shout out to Joe and Isaiah though. But Joe Dumar should have been right there though. He was a really good ball player, especially with Isaiah. But let me know what you guys think about the ball and ball, possibly the ball and ball with the daddy and the mama and all them coming. So let me know what you think about drafting Lonzo and LaMelo. And let me know what you think about Joe Dumars being the new GM or intern GM for the Sacramento Kings after Vladdy refused to work with him on personnel decisions. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share video. Don't forget, check out the channel out for more sports, music, news, and entertainment at Goodfellas Sports TV right here on YouTube. One time for the one time we gone.